Why should you start a home service business? A home service business, first of all, is any type of business where you have to go to the customer's house. The customer usually calls you a lot of the time or finds you because they need your services. Now, when we're talking about services, this is stuff that the customer has to do. Usually, ain't no putting it off. I mean, you could put it off, but you don't want to put it off. Especially the more skilled ones like plumbing or electrician. If that water's backed up, that HVAC, you know what I mean? Same thing with everything I'm gonna say down the list. So that's basically a home service business, man. We going into the people's house and we gonna provide a service and we gonna get paid for our service, right there, and then we gonna just keep on doing that. Now, what are some good home service businesses? You got window cleaning, carpet cleaning, just cleaning in general, like cleaning whole houses, power washing. You got power washing. You got lawn care, landscapers. You got swimming pool services, whether you clean it or you just maintaining swimming pools. You got pest control. Me personally, I do moving. I run a moving company. But within that moving company, I do another service, junk removal. So we take stuff to the dump, and you know what I mean? And I plan to branch out to other things. We do help. We do get little cleaning contracts here and there, but that's not our focus. So that's basically what I'm saying. It's like, why should you start a home service business? Like, out of all the businesses I just named, I think I left out handyman. I already said plumber, you know what I mean? But a handyman, just somebody who could come, mount TVs, mounting TVs, wiring, just all these services that people need. You should start your own business if you know what to do, or if you're willing to learn what to do. All right, now let's get to the why. The barrier of entry to enter is low. The cost of entry to enter is low. You don't need that much money to get in the game. You really don't. Like, honestly, you could get a lawnmower and a rake and walk down the block and get your first mowing customer today. Make that money, and as you're making the money, you do your LLC, you expand, you invest back in the business, and you could grow. But a lot of these things, you could grow today. You know what I mean? You're gonna need basic tools. You're gonna need some tools. You're gonna need whatever you need to get the job done. You're not walking in with just your hands. If you're the cleaner, you gotta walk in with a mop, a vacuum. You gotta walk in with these things. You know what I mean? Some cleaning supplies. So if you the pool guy, whatever the pool guy need, I don't know what he need. Me, I'm a mover. I gotta pop up with blankets, shrink wrap, my dollies, or you really don't, but then you risking damaging the people's stuff. You missing breaking your back because now you gotta carry some crazy thing up a block. You know what I mean? So you got to invest in what you need. Let's get back to that list. Basic tools. You need reliable transportation. You have to be able to get to the people and back. And get to the store. If you have to buy more supplies, if you have to get better equipment, you got people to move around. You need reliable transportation. I know a lot of people say you really don't. I guess with a handyman, or you could. However, even if it's public transportation, you gotta just be reliable. Let's just say that. You gotta know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You definitely you need a small investment. That investment is different for everybody because everybody's everybody's thinking of small is different. Somebody might say, my small investment only got 100 to start. I'm telling you, you could start. Somebody else might say, I got thousands to start. So yeah, they could start and implement certain things faster and get some things going, but that is up to you what small is. But what I'm saying is, get your basic tools, get all your licenses, your LLCs, and get proper insurance. All right, I'm gonna repeat that. Basic tools, all your licenses, all the insurance you need. Make sure you got proper insurance. Make sure you get your LLC, maybe structure your business right, and get a bank account. The bank account is key. You definitely want to structure your business legally and get a bank account. The bank account is key. That's proof of income. That makes accounting, everything a lot easier when it's time for bookkeeping. That opens you up to other opportunities as business credit, business loans, business, by building that relationship with the bank. So definitely open a bank account. Why should you start a home service business? The overhead is low. You don't need no commercial space. You don't need to get a retail store. You don't need to get a kiosk in the mall. You can literally start this business in your bedroom. Hopefully you have an office or a little section in the house. But however you do it, you can start it right in the bedroom. Being that you're going to the people's house and you doing a lot of appointment setting, nobody's coming to you. You start it right in the house. You start it right in the house, But you gotta remember, being that I'm saying all these easy reasons to get in, that's why this is very competitive, because there's a lot of people that comes in. But because it's so competitive, you just gotta be creative. You gotta know how to hustle, and there's a lot of stuff that you could do in your area online. You know what I mean? You could do in your area online that'll make you stand out and make you more findable. Because you got a lot, it's very competitive, I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of these people's not even online. They're just giving out business cards and they getting their customers like that. They ain't getting found on Google like that. I love when I say, where you found me. I just Googled a moving company near me and then I popped up. That's what I'm talking about, being able to be found online. So that's key. But like I said, the overhead is low. You don't need a commercial space. So you get to save a lot of money. I mean, eventually you will go invest money and grow it out the house. You might need a staff. You might have crew. You don't want them coming to your house. That all comes with it. But I'm talking about being able to start today. Be able to get your first couple clients and put in a couple dollars in your pocket this week. That's very possible. Very, very possible. Another reason to open this type of business, a home service business, is you can operate as a solo owner employee. Solo owner employee. Now, what that means is exactly what it sounds like. You could put your head down. You could do all the jobs. You yourself. You're cleaning. You don't have to get employees. You don't got to worry about that right now. You got to get the jobs. You know what I mean? You're going to have to work. In the beginning stages, you're going to have to work. I mean, eventually you want to grow it out and get employees. But I'm talking about starting today. So even with me, with my moving company, I have a small amount of employees. And I go on a lot of jobs just to keep more money in. And it just helps out. This year, I'm trying to expand and get to a higher threshold of cash when the season starts. So I know I can't do that this year. I know this year I have to hit the ground running during the season. So I'm building a team for this season. You know what I mean? Where I can step out and I can work on the business and not working in the business. So that's definitely a goal. But to get to the point where I'm at now, I have to go on the jobs. I have to. Not all the jobs. But the thing with moving, I always still have to hire people because it's like some stuff is physically just impossible to move by yourself. So it's usually 2 to 3 people minimum for me. But what I'm saying for you is, if you're a cleaner, it might take you longer to do it, but you don't need to bring somebody on, you know, right now. A lot of people try to grow too big, and that'd be the downfall of the business also. You know what I mean? So, yes, operate as a solo owner employee. When you got the jobs coming in, you build it up. You slowly start phasing employees, you know, so you could increase your capacity. You could do more once you start bringing people in. No office workers. Do all of that virtually with VAs. No office workers, no administration. The people that you bring into work, you actually get dollars off of their labor. They have to be income producing assets to the business, you know? So, but operate as a solo owner employee. And believe it or not, if you do that model, you can still hit 6 figures. You can still hit 6 figures, you know? You can still do 100,000. I'm not, like, if you set it up right and you advertise right and you just figure out how to reach the people, I promise you, as a solo owner employee, you could hit 80,000 to 100,000 of produced income. But that's where it gets tricky. At that 100,000 stage, you are definitely doing all the work. You know, now you got to bring in other people. If you're trying to get to 500,000, a million, you know, like this goal for this year is January 25. I definitely want to hit about 325 in the moving. That's my highest goal. But if I could do 250, which I know I could do, $250,000 in sales. I'm talking about gross sales. I'm not taking 250 home. I'm just talking about in sales before I pay insurance, employees, before I pay everything. If I could hit 250, I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'm gonna be happy. But that comes with letting some of my baby go. You know what I mean? I can't go micromanage every job. I got to put certain people in position to handle and lead the job, to drive, to do all of this, bring in more people, new people. So I'm doing, basically what I'm saying is I'm putting all the steps in, you know. One of the major steps I did was getting a call center to handle all the bookings. So I'm just do the advertising. I'm still doing the advertising and the marketing. I'm still doing the printing. I'm still handling the door hangers in the neighborhood. I'm still doing all of that. But the number on those adverts is the call center, you know? So they handling the booking, they handling the communication. It's, you know, it just takes me being on the phone. But once you start placing these type of things in, which it costs money to do, it definitely do, but it's not that expensive, but you don't want to do it too early. That's what I'm saying. Once you start putting these type of things in, it makes it a little easier to, like I said, to scale. So you got to bring in assets, help. You got to leverage other people's time and other people's efforts, because you're not going to be able to work it, you physically by yourself, to $500,000. It's no physical way possible unless you're charging $3,000 an hour or something. I think I'm just rambling, man, and I made this video longer than it had to be. I definitely did. So let's just run back through everything. Start a home service business today. What home service businesses can you start, you may ask? Window cleaning, carpet cleaning, house cleaning, office cleaning, just any type of cleaning company, power washing, landscaping, lawn care, swimming pool services, handyman, pest control, junk removal, what I do, a moving company, electrician, HVAC, plumber, brickwork, fences. You do fences or us. You just do people fences and gates, and yeah, I mean, you just go to the people's house. You provide a service. You should start because the barrier of entry is low. It's super low. The cost of entry is low. The overhead is low. No need for no commercial space, no retail space. You just need your license. You just need your LLC, your license, proper insurance, some basic tools. That's it. And you can start. You could operate as a solo employee until it's time to expand. But in the beginning, you operate as a solo employee, then you expand. But as a solo employee, you can make up to $80,000, even $100,000. You could get up there. You could get up there. That's basically why you should just start a home service business. I'm out of here, man. This Stack Paper University, man. There's going to be a lot of videos like this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please rock with your boy.